One of the things you can tell them during the before asking them for a meeting is this: do you have a decision maker? Someone else who needs to put in their comments and their decisions in finding this property. Like, yes, if there is one, then just request them to come with that person. And they say no, they're not available. Just let them know that it's in my experience that if all decision makers are not on board, some either don't feel their decisions have been respected. Others we discover that there are a couple of things they may wanted to add during the meeting. So you may have discussed it many times, but when you get to the meeting and hear from me as a consultant what I have to say, there are decisions you'll need to make on the table. So you'll never make all the decisions back at home. I was about to say bedroom.
Sini bedroom, kwani ni wapi? Ni hapo tu kwa bedroom.
Yeah, so that's why they have the conversation.
Yeah, do your conversation ya kuhama inaanda wapi? When you've just woken up or you're about to sleep.
Yeah.
Sema na hii nyumba siku hizi.
Ni kweli. Those are decisions happen. So when you let them know that when we sit down to consult, which is just 1 hour, there's a lot I will say and a lot you'll say back to me that will form new decisions. So if the other decision maker doesn't come because we need their input, it will be you said, I said kind of scenario.
You're going round in circles.
Yes. Get them to the meeting. So your conversion rate may not be 100%, but it saves you from...
You've built value, and you've built value.
Yeah, just saves you from wasting time.
Down the road. And so I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
How do we charge for that service?
Well,
it sounds like a very valuable service. How do we charge? How do we charge for it? Do we charge for it? First of all, let me ask that.
The consulting, unless someone just wants your advice on, let's say, projects, usually that's why people come and consult with you, that you can charge. But the consulting we do is to get them to commit with you. First of all, to appreciate the value, then commit on paper, and then that's for you to make sure you... And I'm glad that you can see, wow, that's a valuable process. That's why you're asking, I guess, that, wow, there's money to be made there.
Because there's some clients who ask me upfront, how much do you charge? So, okay, I have a rate that I usually charge for the people who are okay with being charged. But I'm just wondering, is there a way to just make this standard, to just charge for the process? Or it's not ethical?
We know our Estate Agents Act does not define it. Although it defines the rates that agents can charge. And almost 100% of the agents in the market charge below the market rate. Meaning, we have a scale. So it's not just 3% for sale. It starts somewhere. The first 100,000, how much do you charge? So I know that's a challenge. And it's good to have that Estate Agents Act to tell them, as you sign the contract, this is what I'll charge you, and for you to make sure you don't lose out. You see, you don't want to lose out after taking them through such a process. Is ask them to sign a sole agency. That's how you make your money. Yeah.
By there is no exclusivity.
Yeah, under the contractual laws. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but that department of lawyers where they deal with contracts, you can charge for consulting.
You can?
Yeah.
How much?
But under the Estate Agents Act, it does not define. So it's for you to define the service. So under those laws, now that's not really real estate, you're consulting. So you're doing consulting and then you get a contract. And that can be defined separately. And it doesn't fall under real estate.
It's a different...
it's like today you open a company and you want to sell shoes. You want to sell a service, let's say beauty, and you want to advise people on best tips on beauty. You can be a consultant for them on how to make sure they are beautiful, and you sign contract with them and you charge them. You see, it's that kind of law. That umbrella is different from the one the estate agents. The estate agents one, I know it's still yet to be expanded. So we'll wait for that when it happens.
When it happens,
yeah.
Okay. So as per now, the best bet is to aim for exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
Okay.
So yeah, I know there are a bit of gray areas here and there.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether they've been challenged. Those grays have been challenged well enough. Yeah.
But it also just means that if you can give someone an hour of your time up front,
Yes.
then you need to go around for 4 or 5 hours looking for houses.
You say-
It's a way of saving yourself time.
Yes.
Actually, more than it's value to both of you that you save time up front so that we don't have to go for
Yeah.
5, 6 showings down the line.
Yes. I can guarantee you, if you do it well up front, you move from the consistent, efficient, proficient stage within a short time. Because you every time you'll be coming up with better scripts, better way of analyzing, building confidence, getting to know your market better, and before you know it, one showing and you're done.
I
Have
pray
you-
for that day to reach.
I've done one showings and sold. I've done one showing and rented. Just one. So in one of the cases, I had asked the clients to check out property online because we had defined, and they felt, hey, it was in Karen. You've understood what we are looking for.
Yeah.
So that rental, they looked and said, okay, let me see what you've seen online. So we looked. Of course, it was a wish list, meaning they're overpriced. I told them, so we discussed and told them this area, for you to get something that is according to your description, you're guaranteed that it will be above your budget. Can we try something closer to where you want to be, but in a different, as in something in a different location, but fits your budget? I'm like, I think we can shoot for it. When the moment they understood and they agreed, and hata si tumeangalia online tukaona ziko above market price. Like, yeah, what they didn't know is that you could get something else in a different neighborhood. So we had the listing. So you see, when you sign with a tenant, you're not biased. You're first of all there to serve them. So like for me, one of the things we say is that I'll put your interest above mine. When someone has signed for your contract, you guarantee. So that's another script. When you sign for me, I'll put my interest above yours. Your interest above mine, rather. Meaning, I will not skip a property that will fit you because I want to make money. You see, if you go to a property that probably commission is 50% and you're sharing 2 people, and there's another one where you're getting 100% on your own, where will you take the client? With all honesty.
See, 100%.
Exactly. So you let them know, I want to make sure I get the best for you. Why don't you sign for me a contract? Whether or not I get paid, at least I know I have my 50% from you.
Oh, okay.
That's another way. So
that's a way we can charge.
Yeah. So that's another. So there are many ways to approach it. And so in that case, I looked at everything, including the property we had, the listing we had. Guess what? They saw it. They're like, we want to see it because of the features. And when you got there, one of the things I'd forgotten, I remember, was to carry the criteria sheet. Like, what it fits everything. Could you have that criteria sheet? Because they really wanted to tick off. That's another thing you should do.
Have a criteria sheet.
The one we went through during consultation, you carry it with you to the showing. And like, I can see it meets 80%.
All
80%.
Of them. 80% is satisfactory.
For most of them, yes.
For most
8
of
out of 10. I'm like, wow. So, is there anything that will stop you from taking it? What else does it need to have that? Because if you've met all the needs, yeah. So we are now talking about wants. You know, what else would you want that would make it a plus? What will stop if they don't want to take you at that point? And so
consultation is a huge part of it.
Oh yes.
At the beginning, during, throughout the process.
Yes.
It will determine whether you reach the end.
I totally agree. And so on one showing, the clients took the property.
Wow. Because of how you handled the whole process, so it made closing easier.
Yes.
Because it was clear to them that this is what we are looking for.
And it was clear to them what we are not looking for. Because that's usually the problem.
Which is also where there's a lot of confusion.
Exactly.
Especially home buyers.
You need to discuss that on the table. This is not what you are looking for. Maybe because of price, or maybe the expectations are too high. You need to help them understand at that table.
And the clarity helps a lot.
Kabisa.
Because once you're clear,
yeah,
then usually the properties that meet your budget and your criteria, they're not that many.
No. And I agree.
It might feel like there are a lot of properties,
yes,
but they'll be either above your budget,
yes,
out of your location.
Yes.
But if we narrow down in the consultation period, they'll see that there's no need to to see what does not fit our.
Yes. Personally, agents are different. I will not have more than 4 properties. As for where I was nowadays, I don't do the selling and the rentals, but I would do a max of 4
showings.
4 showings
In one day, or separately, or two.
One and you settle.
Na
But
kama yuko ready.
As Eric, now that's what you need to find out during consultation. Should we find a property you like today? Is there a reason why you will not take it? You see, that's a coaching style. You ask questions. You lead with questions. You are the leader, but you ask with questions. And you tell you, oh, I think my money will be ready in a week's time. You let them know. Let me tell you, properties sell on a daily basis. Meaning, someone started the process 3 months ago. Today, if they see it, they have no reason
make a decision
on the spot. So I tell them, there's no need for me to show you a property, make you fall in love with it, and only know to come and disappoint you a week later when you have the money. Let's start when you have the money. So you can sign the offer letter the moment we identify the property you like. Consultation, consultation, consultation.
So consultation is the key.
It's a process, yeah. It's a whole class actually. It's a whole class on the seller side, buyer side, and the other related classes. It's a key. But you get my point, eh?
I get it, yeah.
You get it, yeah. So that if they don't have the money right now, see, money was one of the ways. And that's what I did with one client. We sat down and they told me I'll expect money 6 months. We went through the consultation and reached the money part. They said 6 months. I said, that's good, that's great. So, and then like now, when do we begin to search? I said, when the money is ready.
That's when we start.
That's when we start, and I explain to them. Now, I don't want them to see a property, fall in love with it, only to come back later find that either the property price has gone up or it is sold. And they shared the experience. We property sell on a daily basis. And I just give them a homework. Just go and confirm that the neighborhoods that we've picked here are correct. They went and found out, the neighborhoods they thought they would take, they are not the correct ones. So they came back and said, I think I've changed neighborhood. And like, that's fine. When we found the property they needed to buy, they settled on one showing.
It's a superpower.
Yeah,
we hope to reach there
Yeah,
soon.
It's easy.
With
honestly.
the tips you're giving us.
Yes.
Especially consultation.
Yeah.
Because if we think of all other professionals, they consult. An architect won't just come and start building. He'll come and ask you, Eric, unataka nyumba inakaaje? Kona watoto wangapi? Uko age gani?
Yeah.
Like, before you get to drawing, it's a whole...
Yes.
Even the doctor, ukikam, atakuuliza mavitu. How old are you?
Yeah.
You know...
They'll go to the... What do you call
lawyer?
No. The doctors, they'll go and check
your blood pressure, your weight. You know, they just don't rush to find out.
No, they check all the vitals and all.
And ask you questions. What's your age? Do you have any pre-existing conditions?
Yes.
No, same to lawyers. They want to know. So it makes a lot of sense that as professionals, we should really make consulting as part of our process.
If you consider yourself a professional like the doctors, the lawyers, and the likes, you should consider yourself. You should make consulting a mandatory process.
It should.
Yeah. So
and even if we look at people even just in the built environment, even the engineers, the QS, none of them will...
Property managers, not property managers, project managers.
Project managers. None of them will progress without consultation.
No. I was with a project manager yesterday. They've been consulting on a construction for 1 year. And this guy still came to me to ask me for some tips. And I told them, we discuss a bit. I need to consult. We need to consult. Because I'm not going to give my service for free. Because that's a different kind of consultation we are talking about. Yeah.
So that's very eye-opening. That the consultation is where the value are.
Yeah.
And also shows that when you build credibility, then the client will stick with you.
True.
Because I mean, most clients have just one lawyer, one doctor, one architect.
Yes.
They don't go looking for other architects.
I agree.
Or they stick to that one person.
Yes.
So it's really a huge challenge to us to see how can we reach that level where your client sticks only with you for a lifetime. People who've had a family doctor for 20 years, a lawyer for 20 years, for us to reach that same level of trust and credibility and exclusivity. And I see from what you are saying, from what you've shared with us, consultation is the gap.
Yeah, it's a gap.
It's the gap.
Kabisa.
So my final question is, what do we do with the leads we don't close and are qualified? So we have a property, they're in the area we specialize, they have the budget, they're the decision maker, but we've not closed them. What do we do with those leads?
Separate them into mets and have not met. First.
What is met and have not met?
Those you have met. Because those you've met, you have a mileage.
You have it?
Yes.
Why?
Because when you meet people, you build more trust and more connection. So make sure when you meet someone for the first time, it counts.
Usichukule tu hivi. The process has started.
The process has started. You know, they say first impression is a lasting impression. I think they say if you lose a customer, it takes 7 times the effort to get them back. Is it 7 times? I think.
Yeah.
So you know, the first time you meet them, it's kind of really you've gained them. You've gained the mileage by almost 7 times. So
just by meeting.
Just by meeting. So
hiyo mambo ya kutuma watu kwa nyumba tuache.
They have an advantage over you. If they create the connection, that client will open to work them. Yes. So unless they are your team members, yeah. Yeah.
But if you're specializing in a neighborhood and you're making good use of your time, you shouldn't have to send people.
Yeah. Yes.
So it goes back to managing time, specializing.
Yes.
So that you are able to be present for that first meeting.
First meeting, and 4 showings, and that's you're done.
So we separate them into mets and have not met.
So they're mets, but you've not closed. You establish what you call a touch program. You put them in a database touch program, meaning you get in touch with them frequently. Could you just be 4 phone calls a year, Christmas card, Christmas wish, or New Year's wish, Jamhuri, holiday wishes, birthday wishes. Just make sure you stay in touch with them. Actually, it's recommended that you do 33 times with 6 people to get 1 sale from them in a year.
33 times.
33 times for people who are really not looking for property.
That's about 3 times a month. Not much.
Yes.
Not bad.
Not bad. And then there is a group of people who you have not met. Also keep it in a database and do different kind of touches. It requires about 50 touches.
Double. Almost double.
Yes. For them to give back business back to you. So keep them. So we get tired when you do 10 touches and you have no business from them.
33 touches for the mets.
Yeah.
50
touches.
50 touches for the
unmet.
Yes. But it tells us that each of them have value.
Yes.
Just that the not met will take longer.
It will take longer, and you need a bigger database. If you want to build business from the not met, then you require a big database to meet your goal. But the ones you've met, the effort, yes, the energy spent during those meetings or whatever you're doing is a lot, but it's much easier because you start building trust already. Yeah.
And if they were recommended from someone they trust even better, they've
transferred the trust
to you. Wow, that's
a power of referral.
Very educative. I've learned a lot.
I'm glad you have.
I've learned the value of consultation.
Yes.
How we can help our clients throughout the process.
Yeah.
I've learned the value of sticking to the places that you're specializing in.
The neighborhood, yes.
And I've learned that even the leads you don't close, this is how you can get them.
Yes.
It will take a bit longer, but if you keep doing the touches, then it will still, the leads you don't close can still lead to results.
They will. Especially in our market where people don't know how to do that. You are
a step ahead.
You are many steps ahead.
Wow. Thank you so much, Eric.
You're most welcome.
We are so grateful. Me and my viewers, we are so grateful for your advice throughout 2020. You've added immense value to our lives and our businesses, and we are so grateful. And we wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2021.
Thank you, Indy. I also wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2021. And to everyone else, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, and look for Eric. If you want to improve your business, because imagine how much he tells us in 30, 40 minutes. Now imagine spending every day with him. I mean, you'll be a star. So please look for Eric. I'll leave his email and his social media handles in the description box, and you can reach out to him and see how you can work with him to grow your real estate career.
Thank you.
Thank you.